Alright, so to take off this front bumper, first thing we have to do is to take off the grille. That's the first thing. Take off the grille. You've got these tiny little tabs in here. I've got some of them broken. Most Volkswagens this will do. And you're going to want to push those down with a slotted screwdriver. Alright, so we have the grille off. Next thing we've got to do is take out these headlights. Why? Because we have a bolt right under here that we need to take out on either side. And over here. You can't see them right now, but I will show you once I have the headlights out. The other bolts that we're going to need to take out are down under here. And right there, you want to take out this one and this one on both sides. Do not, I repeat, do not take out this one. If you take this one out, the cross member can fall on you, and that's bad news bears. Other than that, do not drive with these bolts taken out. Reasoning is because they help support your engine. Again, bad news bears. Alright, so to take out these headlights, you're going to need a 8mm socket, preferably a socket wrench. I don't have one right now, I'm just using one of these funky guys here. You will most likely also need an extension to take these out. You will need to take out 1, 2, 3, 4 to take this guy out. You'll also want to disconnect from the back here the light. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it free hang, mainly because airbox is in my way. Alright, so here's a slight correction. I've never had such an unmolested Mark II, and I've never had one with these flaps right here, so even without the airbox I wouldn't have been able to disconnect this light. Luckily, when you take out the headlight, you have free access to unplug him here. Now, you might be able to see that little bolt down there. It's a 17mm bolt, just like the ones that you have underneath here. I don't know if, yeah, there we go. Yeah, those guys as well. They're all 17mm. I would suggest PB blasting them, WD-40, whatever your preferred penetrating oil is. They'll be pretty rusty. They might be kind of hard to take out, but I usually use a breaker bar underneath. Obviously, I'm not really going to be able to put a breaker bar in here, so hopefully it doesn't go too badly. One other thing you're going to want to do before you take off all those bolts underneath is to take out your indicator lights. You can achieve that with a Phillips head screwdriver, unless the previous owners replaced it with some other type of screw. Then I've seen them done with flatheads, Robertsons, all sorts, but pretty simple job. You take this sucker out. Like so. And then you're going to want to turn this guy up or down, whichever, which is really hard to do with one hand. There you go. And we tuck that back behind our bumper rebar, so our bumper rebar does not pull it out. Once you've got all 3 of these bolts out, this one and those 2 there, and then on the opposite side as well, then, oops, there's it, pull. You are free to pull your bumper out. Like so. Again, bolt holes. And that's how you properly remove the bumper from your Mark II Volkswagen, Jetta, or Golf that has big bumpers. And that's also how you're supposed to take the skin off. You're not supposed to rip it off. It's pressed on with a billion little clips down there. Reason today that I'm pulling off my bumper is these guys. My bumper guides. They're broken on both sides. And so I have the bumper sag. And it makes me kind of sad. To replace those bumper guides, what you gotta do is push on them from the back. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to, if you're gonna be able to see it. Okay, there we go. Right up here, there is a little plastic cylinder, as well as there's another one up at the top, which I don't think you'll be able to see. But there's two of them, trust me. You're going to push them in with a screwdriver with a fair bit of force on this side and then on the other side, and they should pull right out. Alright, so there is a guide removed. We punched out these little guys here. Not only did I have to push on them at the back with a screwdriver, I also took a set of pliers and had to grab the ends here and pull them out as well. Or else you have a hard time pulling these out because they expand when you push that cylinder through. So then all you're going to do is take the little gaskets that came on your old one, that came off your old one, and put them on your new ones. And then once you're done that, you can pop the cylinders out of these ones as well. Place them properly. Don't place them this way. You're going to want to place them with the bigger edge down on the bottom to make them even. Other than that, you want to push these guys out first, then pop that in. You may even be able to just hammer this sucker in like this. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm probably just gonna play it safe and push these out a little bit, and then probably hammer it in a little bit. And that should do the trick for bumper guides. I found this side a lot more difficult to do than the other side. So I actually found that if you take something like a screwdriver or an extension and you tap it on there and just push them through rather than fighting with them.